Alright, so seems like the first conditions are gonna be Crown of Luck. Once again, damn, the Crown of Luck has been really frequent in this tournament so far. One type and super flag cannon, so the players are only gonna get shell ammo. Oh, I actually wasn't looking at the screen. I'm not sure what he was actually saying. What? They died at the exact same moment. Whoa! What? Yo, look at their streams. There's no delay between their streams. Holy. Now this is what I call 1000 gigabyte internet. But yeah, so this is Crown of Luck, so it's actually interesting that Toxic decided to go with Steroids and not Rebel. Because so far in this tournament we've seen that Rebel has been the meta pick for Crown of Luck starts, because once again, Rebel does start at 4 HP as opposed to 1 on Crown of Luck. Toxic decides to say hell no and decides to go for the second level of Desert to actually get into Oasis. Meanwhile, Senjey manages to do it on the first level. There we go. Toxic also gets into Oasis, but a bit later. It's kind of interesting to see that Toxic used to be one of the favorites of the last tournament. And from here we can see that he's more confident in himself, which is probably why he went Steroids, even though it was a Crown of Luck start. He decided to go with a way riskier pick. Senjey! The Salamander was shooting at him and he just went along with the wave of fire. He was like a surfer. He just did professional surfing on the fire and died because of it. Damn. That was a big mistake by Senjey. So just like that, oh, he didn't manage to actually get the chest. Wow. And just like that, Toxic actually takes the lead back. Also, Toxic, since he started as Steroids, he has that revolver, which is just backing him up ammo-wise. Senjey dies in the Oasis. Spins his cursor in frustration. Toxic is going for some super hardcore picks. Senjey dies again. Yeah, so Toxic went for Scary Face, Trace, Stress. Pretty normal mutations, but he did also go for Last Wish. Gets 5 HP to barely enter it and survive. Oh, gets Strong Spirit though, that's very nice. I would almost argue that Rhino skin would have been better here though, because Strong Spirit is only gonna give him one shot of surviving. And yeah, and just like that, a single pop gunner just reset his spirit. So I feel like Rhino skin would have been a slightly safer option, because then he would actually have 5 HP on him. So he would be able to survive some shots, as opposed to like 2 shots. But he still manages to clear it out pretty safely. Thankfully, 2 of the pop gunners later on dropped health packs. I think it was actually assassins. Toxic says that his fucking heart basically died. He said minus heart. Yeah. I guess his heartbeat was just like 5 million on that moment. Yeah, Spirit is better in the long run, but also not necessarily. Because this is a Throne run, so Strong Spirit actually doesn't shine as well as it could in Throne runs. I would almost argue that Rhino skin isn't that much worse than Strong Spirit in this kind of a run. Eraser? Wait, was that not an eraser? I think that was an eraser on Toxic's side. If that was an eraser and he didn't pick it, I would say that this is a mistake. Like, even though Double Flame is going to be much better on Labs, yeah, just like that, I would still think that Eraser would have been a better pick. Yep, takes the Gatling Slugger here. Already killed a lot of enemies, so he's going to recover ammo. And Gatling Slugger is going to be amazing in the Palace. Gets Trognogs, pretty nice. Senjey also goes for Scary Face, but he's so far behind. Could he even come back? Now is the question. If Toxic dies, that is, he definitely could. Toxic not having the cleanest of palaces. Another eraser, but at that point it's pointless. I mean, with these weapons and these mutations, it would be pretty hard for Toxic to die. You do have to still consider that he does have Crown of Luck, so he starts with 1 HP, but even then, shouldn't be that hard. Oh, that shielder though, blocking him off. There we go. Senjey clearing out the jungle. Seems like he had a super clean jungle because he did have an auto shotgun. I'm not sure where and how he found an auto shotgun, but he did. So that was a really good pick for him. Made his jungle way easier than that of Toxic's. Toxic not in the best ammo situation, but yeah, hopefully he's gonna get enough ammo. There we go. Right, because it's one type, he's gonna get shell ammo anyway. Plus the ammo chest, so he gets recovered basically to full ammo. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so at this point, there is little to no chance for Senjey to come back. With 1 HP, Stress, Gatling Slugger, and SFC, the throne is gonna die in just in one go. Just like that, 536. Nice kill. Not the cleanest run for Toxic, but he did win. And in the end, his super risky decisions actually paid off. But even if he had gone safer, he would have still won. Won. Because Senjey did die a bunch of times, which cost him an insane amount of time. Pretty relatively clean win for Toxic so far. But nothing's lost yet. It's only the first round. Senjey still has a long way to go, and he has a lot of potential to come back. No crown, no mode, sledgehammer. So this is basically a regular speedrun. They just start with a sledgehammer, and they also can take Crown of Curses. Pretty interesting. The optimal conditions for me would be free crown and no mod, and whatever. Absolutely doesn't matter what is the starting weapon is. As long as I have free crown and no mod, I'll just win. That's how cocky I am. Anyway, YV as Toxic and Steroids as Senjey. It's interesting that they didn't pick the other players in the tournament, but YV against Steroids is going to be an interesting fight. YV should have taken Wondrous and Steroids should have taken Uther. Okay, interesting. We can already see some difference in decision making. Toxic decides to go for Plutonium Hunger, and Senjey goes for Back Muscle. I would almost say no. I would have definitely picked Plutonium Hunger. I value Plutonium Hunger really well in speedruns because it is just so useful. It also, a lot of people say that Plutonium Hunger is useless in speedruns and it doesn't really make your run go faster, but I largely disagree because being able to pick up pickups faster, as weirdly as that sounds, is actually really good. Sometimes it actually does save you time. Also, the seeds are different. Seeds are different. So, also, will we see Crown of Blood? Yeah, we have already seen Crown of Blood in this tournament. I'm pretty sure yesterday's matches had a Crown of Blood start. Yeah, so Senjey has a different seed. CJ. Senjey more like CJ. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just call him CJ now. CJ? Hell yeah. That sounds great. think they're probably, yeah, they're gonna be restarting the round completely. I think the condition is probably gonna be reset as well. Are there any Nuclear Throne players that aren't weebs? I would say that the majority of Nuclear Throne players are not weebs, actually. Not sure what CJ is talking about, but anyway, he did not write in the seed. It's probably gonna be changed. Because at this point, no! That's the wrong seed again! It's 5! It's not 640. No! No! Wait, is it? No, no! Wait, what? Wait, did Neo change the seed? Wait, but what? Hold on. What? That is very confusing, but anyway. Let's see. So now at least both of them are playing on the same seed. The conditions did not get reset. So CJ picks Rhino Skin. Toxic goes for Bolt Marrow. I really like that pick from Toxic. I would have gone Bolt Marrow as well. Bolt Marrow is the faster pick, while Rhino Skin is a way safer one. All you had to do is follow the damn seed, CJ. Yeah, pretty clean. CJ does make it faster for now. Damn, I'm usually not used to seeing 1 minute 20 second big dog kills. I'm used to seeing like 25-second kills. Ooh, CJ almost dies. Laser Brain as well for CJ with that laser pistol is pretty nice. But YV, aka Toxic, has both Marrow and Trigger Fingers. Decides to go for Gamma Gats as well. Pretty good for Frozen City. But yeah, that Trigger Fingers with a Gatling Slugger. Well, it's a regular Slugger, but anyway. The Trigger Fingers with the Slugger is actually going to be really nice for him. Especially as YV. You really have to prioritize Trigger Fingers, because Trigger Fingers allows you to utilize your active ability way better. No! Toxic potatoes! And I accidentally explode the car. So just like that, CJ actually takes the lead. Damn, what a weird death. CJ is in a pretty bad situation as well now though. Only revolver, doesn't have any ammo. Double shotgun. Oh, alright, at least he has something now to work with. He did have to pass up on his laser pistol though, because it had no ammo. Oh, barely gets to charge the Volt. Wow. Yeah, so far not the cleanest gameplay from Toxic, honestly. What the hell was that dodge? What? Toxic, hello? That was interesting, I think. Anyway, CJ is already on the little hunter fight. Not the best weapons again. His weapon RNG just hasn't been that good, and also his ammo utilization neither. No! CJ gets baited by the health pack. Tip number 3, don't get baited by items. He did not watch Chubby Emu's video, and that is exactly why he died there. Don't get baited by items. The absolute true #1 rule of Nuclear Throne. And just like that, Toxic gets his lead back. So Toxic is now in a really good spot, as long as he can play just less potato-y. What are the first two tips? I don't remember the first one. I don't remember which one is the Gamma Guts one, but one of the tips is to take Gamma Guts and Sharp Teeth. And the other tips are meaningless. Oh wait, number 3 is actually take Gamma Guts. Wait, which one is the second one? Oh, wait. I gotta do this.
Your own. Or better yet, just take plutonium hunger. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get baited by items.
There we go. Don't get baited by items is tip number 2, and Gamma Guts is tip number 3. Number 1 tip is don't be wondrous. I agree. Anyway, back to the commentary. Toxic still hasn't died. I'm proud of him. Ooh, oh my god. What a sexy find for Toxic. Auto crossbow with the bolt marrow as YV. YV with chicken fingers. That is now gonna make him just propel into a lightning speed bullet. He's gonna clear super fast now with that drop. Incredibly good for him. Senjey is now 2 levels behind and explodes himself on a tank, being way too close to it. Damn, I think that was a little bit of Gamma Gut as well. Oh damn, we have another 500 rubles into the prize pool. Nice. Am I also going to have enemy girls overlay? Yes. Most likely. I'm also gonna use a weeb reskin. For characters. I don't know, some people may already know what my skins are gonna be for the tournament. But I still haven't leaked them for everyone. See verb! Toxic, what a nice command. See verb. Booga booga, see verb. Alright, so Toxic takes that round. And so the third round is gonna be Crown of Blood. Hey, that's what Noah talked about. And Curse with Super Bazooka. So they're gonna be starting with a Super Bazooka that has 50 curses. So basically they cannot swap their Super Bazooka. I think the only time that we will ever see a Curse start... Actually wait, no, it's impossible. Because if there is Curse, there's no way you can get X10. Like, the only way to uncurse a weapon with the curse mod would be to have 10 times mode. But there's no way to have times 10 with another mod. So basically, yeah, they can't swap it. Gonna keep something a secret, don't retweet it? Yeah, but no one checks my Twitter from Neo's community. Except for like a few people. You know another thing about my race? That I'm gonna lose? We don't talk about that part. Ooh, Senjey already kills himself. Toxic has to clear out the place and to try use the Super Bazooka for the Big Bandit, but still, the Super Bazooka gets caught on something else. Oh, there we go. CJ finally gets it. Gets into aces. Only took him 2 tries. Toxic decides to just... Oh, there we go. Toxic also finished him off with the Super Bazooka. No, the big secret one? Oh, yes, the big secret one. Right. There's only like 2 people who know that. I think it's you and Leo. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Oh, is that 700 rubles? It is. What? Oh, shit. The prize pool is getting bigger and bigger. Ooh, that's a pretty wonky big dog, though. That generation is horrible. And another 500 rubles? Wait, what? What? Wait, are the alerts repeating themselves? I'm not sure. Because that's the same alert that played a couple minutes ago. Either the person sent another one with the same message, or... Yeah, I'm not sure. It's weird. Anyway, Senjey, already in the cursed case, clearing out them like a champ with a cursed bazooka. Ooh, okay, well, I did not realize that he got bowling veins. Toxic goes for last wish. Toxic goes for last wish instead of bowling veins with super bazooka. No. I would honestly say that bowling veins super bazooka is way more valuable here than going to jungle. Toxic. What is that decision? I do not agree with that at all. Also, I have not commented at all on the fact that Toxic went as Rebel, while CJ actually went as YV. It's interesting that Toxic went as Rebel because I'm honestly not quite sure why. Also, it's important to note that this is Crown of Blood cursed case. This is the kind of cursed case you would see on a normal score run. Wait, is that another 500 rubles? What? What is big secret? The big secret is a secret. I think what may have happened is that Toxic just forgot that it was the curse mod. I think... Or maybe Toxic doesn't know that you can't take off the curse when it's cursed mod. CJ dies on 5-1. So Toxic actually has the lead now, as long as he survives. Yeah, so CJ dies. Oh, CJ not getting into aces anymore. But yeah, I don't think Toxic understands that the curse mod adds 50 curses onto the cursed weapon. So it's impossible to uncurse it on a normal run. Oh, there we go. CJ gets into aces once again. Well, you could say that Toxic technically did what he wanted, and he removed one curse out of his curse super bazooka, so it now only has 49 curses. Hell yeah. Also, this is where... This is exactly what I was talking about. Toxic decided to skip the Burning Veins for Last Wish, so in the end, him going to jungle was the worst decision possible, because he ran out of ammo on his assault rifle, and he just couldn't do anything. He just died. Because he didn't have Burning Veins, he couldn't utilize the super bazooka in the super tight generation of jungle, so all he could do is just die. So Burning Veins was the absolute right decision there to take. And as we can see, CJ takes it once again. CJ pretty easily clearing out the cursed caves. What the hell? 777 rubles again? From a different person now? Wow. The prize pool jumped from 600 rubles to something like 3k now, which is pretty nice. The prize pool is actually getting bigger and bigger. Nice. Anyway, Toxic also gets into the cursed caves, and now Toxic actually realized his mistake and went for Boiling Veins this time around. Oh, CJ took Eagle Eyes. CJ, no! Eagle Eyes does not work in the Super Bazooka! You fool! Yeah, I don't think CJ knows that Eagle Eyes actually does not work in the Super Bazooka. The Super Bazooka doesn't necessarily have an accuracy dependent pattern. It just always shoots out the same pattern. There has been placebo in the community talking about how it does seem a bit tighter with Eagle Eyes, but also if you play steroids and you get the Super Bazooka, you can pretty clearly see that it's the same pattern. So him taking Eagle Eyes here was pretty much useless. It's only gonna increase the accuracy of his other weapons that he's gonna find, which is not useful at all. I'm fairly certain there was a more useful mutation to take there. Actually, there was, because on Toxic's screen we can see that there was Thronebot, and if CJ would have taken Thronebot as YV, that would have been insanely good for him. But instead he took Eagle Eyes, which is pretty much useless for him, unfortunately. This is where the lack of knowledge starts to really work. Ooh, never mind. I have found out that the 777 ruble donation was a fake. It was just to show out the donation alert. But anyway, still, that was some pretty big donations. At least the pool is actually something now. Alright, pretty clearing so far. CJ did lose his spirit somewhere though. Oh, that was an insanely weird lag from Toxic side. Toxic decides to not bomb Little Hunter right away. Oh, misses the super bazooka shot. Misses it again. He only hit him with like 3 rockets there. And not even the contact damage, only the splash. Oh, Toxic. One mistake and it's turned into this. Where he is more than likely going to die. The mistake that Toxic did is that when the Little Hunter jumped down, Toxic could have just shot him. He had Burning Veins and he was on 4 HP anyway. He should have just killed the Little Hunter right away as it landed. But he decided to wait for some reason and wait for Little Hunter to be in a different room. Even though he had Burning Veins, quite obviously. He does survive though, gladly enough. But CJ is already into Palace. He had a super fast labs. He has taken the lead very well. Yeah, Toxic is doing some potatoes so far in this match. And even despite the potatoes, he is still winning. Point-wise, not this round though. In this round, CJ has a huge lead. Toxic says that this is such trash. Senjey takes CJ. I gotta get used to calling him CJ now. CJ takes Euphoria. I think I saw Stress there. But honestly, Stress isn't that useful at this point. Really, he has the Super Bazooka, so all he needs to do is just pop a bunch of times. And the throne is gone. The throne is gone, crap emoji. Yeah, now that CJ is gonna get to 7-3, there is no way he can die. So this is a point for CJ. Wow. And also, yeah, I think there was Stress, I'm pretty sure. But in the end, it doesn't matter. And look at Toxic's side, he still had that assault rifle. Ooh, loses spirit against walking into an orb. But yeah, CJ gets to the throne fight, 55. Full explosive ammo with a super bazooka. There's nothing that can stop him now. It's just gonna be a bunch of pops and he's gonna die. So this is gonna be very good. That's a point for CJ. Nice. CJ is not gonna go down without a fight. So before this match started, I was talking about how Toxic said that he was pretty rusty and he hasn't been practicing too much, and honestly, I was expecting that to be not true. But from this match, it does seem like Toxic has lost his sword. He's not as powerful as he was before, unfortunately. Toxic is saying that this is the most fun tournament. It might be really fun for him to do wheelchair plays, but for us on the viewing side, it did seem really potato-y. It wasn't as fun as it was just depressing. But at least Toxic didn't die. Alright, so the conditions for the fourth round, which is gonna be Captain now. No crown, so they can't take any crowns at all. Darkness, so they're gonna be going Eyes just to see in the darkness. And Ion Cannon, which is garbage, which they are gonna be swapping right away. Viewing side, more like fuming side? Wow. See, it's funny because I only found out what fuming means like last month. Because I only started seeing people use that phrase only last month. And now I know what it means. Alright, so this is the first captain run in this match. Let's see how both of them do. Oh! Already a death. Damn. Look at that Ion Cannon action. Absolute garbage. Such a bad weapon. Ah, look at it go. No, CJ runs out of ammo. Has to pick up the wrench. Oh, Toxic went back for the wrench instead of the crossbow? Wait, but wow. Oh, Toxic. What is that? What is Toxic doing? I'm really confused now. Toxic is pulling out some big potatoes, unfortunately. As One-Eyed Joe points out in Yanomi's chat, Toxic was just fixing the car with his wrench. CJ also goes back to the wrench just to kill that one assassin, but doesn't swap back for the crossbow. I'm surprised, honestly. There's no point in keeping the wrench after that. And I think CJ doesn't realize how little damage... Oh! CJ! Walks into the bullets like that. Oh, damn. Ah. Ooh, Toxic decides to skip the Iron Cannon entirely just for the wrench. I could agree with that, but at the same time, not really. Scary face first pick for both the players, quite obviously. I'd be surprised if any of them pick different mutations. Yeah, stress for Toxic side. Peg a wrench, hell yeah. Now that's a wrong kind of wrench. Toxic goes for Open Mind, which is pretty good. Open Mind can make all the difference in a speedrun, because if you get that one chest, that's gonna either trigger a big chest or have something amazing in it that the other player isn't gonna get. In terms of weapons, there's a lot of potential. Toxic decides to keep the Splinter Gun instead of the crossbow, which there is really no point in. Crossbow, I would go as far as to say that crossbow is just objectively better. Feel free to find the right kind of wrench. Ooh. Pop gun for CJ. CJ decided to keep the Ion Cannon and showed some love. Ion Cannon isn't honestly that bad, it's just that it's not that good either. I can see why Toxic just decided to skip it for a wrench, but I can also see why you wouldn't skip it for a wrench. Because crossbow and Ion Cannon honestly wouldn't be that bad of a combo. The Ion Cannon can kill enemies before you get to them, because it just aims through walls. Which is one big speedrun advantage that it does have. It's not a completely useless weapon, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm still confused as to why Toxic is keeping the wrench. It almost seems like memes at this point. Alright, Toxic already finding Little Hunter. Does swap his wrench for a double shotgun. Not a particularly good weapon, but it is better than a wrench, that's for sure. Sledgehammer. I almost thought that he was gonna take it just for the meme. I was so scared that he would take that sledgehammer. But yeah, Toxic does have the lead right now. The lead of 2 levels. Goes for Gamma Guts. Gamma Guts might come in handy on Palace. Potentially. And also Labs, of course. I think this is the Virtue of a True Hero, something like that. I don't remember the exact names of these songs. CJ also killing the Little Hunter now. Meanwhile, Toxic is already clearing out the palace. There we go. CJ finishes the Little Hunter. Still, incredibly bad weapons for both of the players though. Especially for Toxic, having only a splinter gun and a double shotgun. Right about to go into the throne fight. Super bad. And especially the ion cannon and splinter gun weapon combination for CJ, clearing out that labs is going to be pretty awful. Since he did not get the Gamma Guts that Toxic had. He didn't get enough rads. Toxic is gonna have to fight Throne with a splinter gun. And a double shotgun. And not only that, but this is a captain run. So he's gonna have to fight Throne 2 with that as well. So this is looking very bad for him. CJ though gets a splinter pistol and skips a heavy slugger in favor of the ion cannon? No way. CJ skips a heavy slugger for an ion cannon. Why? Very, very bad decision from CJ right there. The splinter pistol find was really good for him, but skipping that heavy slugger is absolutely critical. The heavy slugger is an incredibly powerful weapon against the Throne fight. It's potentially amazing on Throne 2 as well, and it's super good on Captain. So skipping that in favor of the ion cannon, which is frankly just garbage. At this point, very bad. And then he picks up a flame shotgun instead of the ion cannon. Like, just what? Why? Why make such decisions? Skipping the heavy slugger in favor of the ion cannon, but then taking the flame shotgun in favor of the ion cannon? Wow. Just wow. Really weird. Toxic finally finishes his 5-year-long Throne fight. Let's see now. Who finishes the Throne 2 fight faster? Oh, CJ finally finds a plasma gun instead of the flame shotgun, which is, well, at least something. Honestly, I feel like Toxic also could have just taken that plasma gun instead of something. Maybe instead of the double shotgun. See, Toxic has the mechanical lead right now, just being, well, the distance lead. But CJ has way better weapons. So CJ honestly has a chance to come back. Let's see. Toxic does find a double flame shotgun, so at least that's something. It's gonna be nice. Oh wait, but Toxic didn't manage to get into the van. So Toxic... Oh, never mind. It was a super late van spawn. Never mind, my bad. I guess it was a maggot heavy level. Smart gun, just take it. The smart gun is better than splinter gun. Frankly, it's better. It does better DPS. Just take it. The smart gun with stress would honestly not be that bad. Oh, CJ spawns the Tron 2 very late. Even though CJ has better weapons, Toxic might just get it. He's just that far ahead of CJ right now. Toxic is having a pretty fat headquarters. He's making it his way through. Oh, ooh, okay, Toxic. Ah, he wanted that chest so badly. He wanted to see what could have been inside of it, but he didn't manage. So what I would do at this point is, well, actually, if Toxic is stream sniping, assuming that is what he is doing, he knows that he is infinitely ahead, so he doesn't need to proc stress. But if he wasn't stream sniping, the best decision here would be to just proc stress and hope for the best. Because he is ice, so the captain fight is much easier for him, dodging wise. So proccing stress here would actually be pretty safe. If you were any other character, however, well, maybe ignoring Crystal, if you were any other character other than Crystal, proccing stress on Captain would be super dangerous. But there we go, Toxic finally kills the Captain. Takes that round, the first Captain round. So CJ had the better weapons, but was just so far behind that even though he had the better weapons, he couldn't catch up to Toxic. Alright, and so now we have Crown of Risk, Limit Fire, and Super Splinter Gun. Crown of Risk is honestly pretty goddamn annoying on speedruns, so if you get hit once, even once, a single piece of damage, and you are not gonna get any ammo drops at all. So, going Fish? Fish would honestly be a pretty good pick here for Toxic, but I think, yeah, he goes for... You know what, Toxic? Just take whatever you want. Bamboozling me left and right. Limit Fire is gonna be super hard. Limit Fire for Captain matches is just... Oh, Captain round with Limit Fire is gonna be super tough. Especially if they do actually get to Captain, then it would be even harder for them. Because Limit Fire on Captain is very weird. If the Captain gets into diagonal spots, they just can't damage the Captain. And Super Splinter Gun is pretty nice start. It's gonna make the run quite a bit faster. So CJ now either has to come back and get 3 wins in a row, or Toxic just has to close it out. Let's see what's gonna happen. There we go. Ooh, interesting. So the first mutations were Scarier Face or Trigger Fingers. CJ goes for Trigger Fingers while Toxic actually went for Scarier Face. That's an interesting change of mutations. Oh, CJ being very greedy to pick up that can. But yeah, that's a very interesting difference in their decisions. I think I would have personally picked Trigger Fingers as well, but also Scarier Face is just as good, honestly. right now, this early on. But considering that CJ and, well, both of them have the Super Splinter Gun, Trigger Fingers may have been the better pick, honestly. Hey, Hoovy. Oh, and there we go. Face actually comes back, but Triggers doesn't come back if you pick Face in the first set, as it seems for Toxic. So actually, CJ taking the Trigger Fingers in the first mutation pick was the best thing ever. So he took Trigger Fingers, and there was... Oh! But Trigger Fingers does come back in the third set? What? Wow, this is some real hardcore shenanigans. Does it force you to use 4-way snare as well? I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. I'm not sure about the horror beam, but I'm pretty sure it does force you to use the snare in 4 ways. We haven't actually been seeing Senjey, or well, CJ use his snare at all lately. So I'm not sure. I feel like he's also underusing his snare, honestly. Yes, 4 directions, because it is limit fire. They can only fire in 4 directions. I mean, to be fair, plant pick is not bad, because this is still the second captain run, so there is a chance that CJ might find Throne Butt. And snares on captain fight in general are very good, and then obviously you have the speed up, which is gonna save a bunch of time. But I don't think it's a really bad pick here. The Throne Butt potential for captain is just way too good. Ooh, but CJ dies against the shielder. Damn. So Toxic now has a huge lead, but Toxic did lose an enemy somewhere. There we go, finds it finally. Toxic does have Recycle Gland with triple machine gun, which is pretty nice, but not being able to actually aim that machine gun is gonna be pretty painful. Wonder if we will see Scouting today. Probably not, honestly. Unless we get random character. The bolt marrow pick for Toxic was also very nice for that Super Splinter gun. There we go. Finishes Little Hunter. Relatively clean for Toxic so far. Not too many big mistakes. Yeah, bolt marrow with Super Splinter Gun is just great. It's not might be good, but it's amazing for this mod because the Super Splinter Gun does have pretty big spread, so it kind of fights the limit fire mod by having a huge spread. Ooh, Toxic is going super deep right there. But yeah, having the bolt marrow here with a super big spread is gonna help him actually kill some enemies. He skipped Splinter Gun. Oh, Splinter Pistol. I think that's fine, honestly. Double bots may have not been the best decision here because he does have the Recycle Gland, which he is relying pretty big on. I think he didn't want to pass up the Recycle Gland triple machine gun. Ooh, see, that's where limit fire really fucks you over because he can't hit those shielders when they are in a diagonal spot. That was very bad. Well, you see, double bolts is bad here because you're gonna be missing a lot with limit fire, even though you have both marrow, obviously. So I think going the safe route of triple machine gun with the Psycho Gland here is a pretty good decision. I kind of agree with that. Oh, and CJ died once again. Shielders once again, man. The worst enemy of limit fire. So CJ's only prayer now is to survive and hope that Toxic dies. If Toxic doesn't die, then CJ is automatically losing this. There's no way that CJ can catch up with such a big lead on Toxic's side. However, if CJ also can't give up right now, if CJ does die, then Toxic automatically wins. The only way for CJ to win at this point is just Toxic dying. Let's see if my jinxing is gonna work. Just like that, Toxic gets to the throne fight. Crystal can be good for this mod because if you can hit someone, at least you can do some damage by reflecting the bullets. Nah, I disagree. Reflecting the bullets, it really doesn't do enough damage to matter. But the shielding in general is very useful for limit fire, because with limit fire you end up in a lot of situations where you just have to tank to actually get into the position to start hitting the enemy. CJ pauses. CJ pauses for some reason. Not quite sure if he just gave up or he's being distracted by his family or something like that. My best assumption here would be that someone is distracting him or asking him to do something IRL. Yeah, no, he can continue. The timer was at 1 when he died. I think it's something else. Wait, what is he saying? Wait, why is CJ typing in chat during... Oh my god! CJ's mom called him to eat. CJ's mom called him to actually eat. Oh my god. Fucking ruffle. No way. If that's real, then that is really, really funny. See, cause if you guys were on yesterday's stream when I was streaming Dark Souls, my mom asked me to do something when I was fighting a Dark Souls boss, and I just shouted. I just shouted in absolute anger because she distracted me. But she's used to it. She knows that she made a bad. Yeah, that's what I would have done in my match as well. But also, I play my matches muted, so I would just say no. Anyway, that's a mistake on CJ's part because CJ dies anyway. So Toxic dies as well, but it doesn't matter. So Toxic wins. Toxic wins this match. This was a super wheelchair play by Toxic. Honestly, this was a very weird match. So yeah, Toxic wins, but this is not a very confident win. What are the next two people fighting? There is no third match because we actually started late today, since there's only 2 matches today. So that was the last match for today. If you were here for Nuclear Throne, thank you for watching. But yeah,